Caleb Plant is my dude. All right. Caleb Plant is my dude. Not just because he's black. Because I can hear y'all now. You only like Caleb Plant because he's black. You only like him because of skin color. Like, what? I hope all of you guys get the joke. All right, so look. Yeah, he got soul. Look, all jokes aside, Caleb Plant's my guy. I think Caleb Plant is one of the more skillful fighters in the world. Hold on, let me see. Cash App, Castaño next fight, Jamel and Errol Spence. I got a feeling. Next fight. Well, it's gonna be a rematch with Jamel. Let me get to this. I think Caleb Plant is one of the more skillful fighters in the world. Love him like a play cousin. And because I support Caleb Plant, it doesn't mean I'm not going to say this. Canelo Alvarez is going to beat him. All right. If the fight happens, Canelo Alvarez is going to beat the hell out of him. All right, hit the Tyson bell. And Caleb Plant, if you watch him, my bad, brother. My bad, brother. Love you like a play cuz. All right. If you want to talk about it, we could talk about it. You'll probably, get on me. It'll be one of the, you may be aggressive interview. Not for me. Canelo's on a roll for undisputed. And this is going to be his fourth fight in 9 months. Let me say it again. I think this is going to be Canelo Alvarez's fourth fight in 9 months. Now I say Canelo's going to beat Caleb Plant. This is going to be Canelo's fourth fight in 9 months. He literally went for undisputed in 9 months. And in between then, he defended his mandatory. He defended his mandatory in between. Who the hell he think he is? Harry Grant? Wait a minute, community. Who does he think he is? Sugar Ray Robinson? The more you do something, the better you are at it. I'm not saying Canelo Alvarez is more skillful than Caleb Plant. I'm not saying that he's bigger than Caleb Plant's bigger than him. But I'm going to say this. The more you do something, the better you are at it. He's in his bag. Not only is he in his bag, but Caleb Plant is tall. He's big, rangy. So is Callum Smith. Caleb Plant is slick, good boxing ability, trickery, right? He's a tricky fighter. So is Billy Joe Saunders. I'm saying he met most of what Caleb Plant is going to demonstrate to him. He's met that stuff. That's not way back in his memory. That's within the past 9 months. That's not far, not Lara and Floyd Mayweather and Trout. I'm talking about within the past 9 months. He saw what Caleb Plant has to offer. He's dealt with smart. He's dealt with patience. He's dealt with size and range. He's dealt with slickness and trickery. All within the past 9 months. Who else Caleb Plant fought? Caleb Truex. This goes back to the AJ statement. This goes back to what I've been saying. When you are trying to preserve your I'm sorry, but I got to be real. When you're trying to preserve your and you're trying to make sure you don't lose out of the Canelo Alvarez race, you find yourself not actually getting better. Yeah, you're working out in the gym, but you're not actually getting better. And the guy who's greater than you in Canelo Alvarez is fighting more often, getting better. You got the underdog fighting once. You got the top guy, the best guy, fighting 4 times. The more you do something, the better you are at it. Let's Plant is no joke, more heart than anybody Nello beat. All right, Eric, whatever makes you feel better. But listen, and I know Caleb Plant is no joke. But whatever makes you feel better. I'm gonna tell you this. When you look at being in your bag, how many of you guys, I'm not going to talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. How many of you guys, even as a teenager or early 20s or whatever, got on a roll in fighting? I'm talking about not just in the gym or in an octagon or in the ring, even on the streets. Have you ever been on a roll fighting? Like, even on the streets, you fought one guy 1 week, you fought somebody else 2 weeks later. Maybe they were cousins. And then you fight somebody else in school. Have you ever got on that roll where you just had a couple scraps in a row? Not everybody got to be tough guys. Don't all jump in being tough guys at once. But I'm talking about even a handful of you. I just need somebody who ever been on a roll. You have, Philly. You have. All right, let me ask you, Philly. The more sharper you get. Yep, Justin. Okay, let me ask you. Only in Mortal Kombat, funny. Hell yeah, Elko. Now let me ask you guys. When y'all get on a roll fighting, y'all a little bit tougher than the guys who ain't fought in a while, aren't you? Let me go a little bit further. You are quicker to get in fight mode even when y'all just arguing. Hey, listen. Wally, listen. You can be just arguing with the guy, but when you're in fighting shape, meaning that you got into a couple fights in a row in the streets, somebody could be just arguing with you. You're more willing and ready to take it to that next level before him or her, right? They talking. You know what? I'm done talking. You come out the shirt and you ready to swing, not pose. You're not ready to keep talking. Hopefully somebody breaks it up. You're in the mode. You ready to swing. You get in your bag sooner. The more you fight, the more wins you get too. You swung first. You have taken shots. The stuff that they're afraid of, you ain't scared of anymore. You're not scared of getting embarrassed. You're not scared of showing your emotions and being angry. You're not afraid of feeling that fear and that excitement. You're not afraid of throwing a punch and hitting them in their face. You know where your power is. You know your timing. You know how to throw yourself in the fire, willing to get it hit so you can let yours go. Your timing's better. Your head movement's better. You know to scoop them. You know to fake and then scoop them. You're in the zone. That happens with anything. Driving a car, right? On a track, a sports car. You hit that corner, you ain't used to in that corner, you lay off the gas. The more you hit that corner, the more you hit it aggressively. When your car swerve a little bit, the first time, I don't know how to handle that. After a while, you know that swerve. It's the confidence in boxing. Exactly. Not saying that Caleb Plant hasn't had a lot of fights. Of course he has. But lately, he ain't been in his bag. Canelo Alvarez been in his bag. He fought 4 times in 9 months. Championship fights in front of everybody. He's in his bag. In round 1, round 2, round 3, he knows this world while Caleb Plant is trying to warm up to it. That's why I tell y'all got to fight. Y'all got to fight. Y'all have to fight instead of waiting in that long line, waiting on Canelo. Because once Canelo knocks on your door, you're ready. You don't have to get ready. That's what's going to happen. Spar ain't a fight. Sparring is nice, but it ain't a fight. Ask Sugar Ray Robinson and them, Archie Moore, all those boys, Joe Louis, Jersey Joe Walcott. Ask those boys. They barely sparred. They were fighting. They did jump rope, kept their stamina up, threw some hands a little bit. When you're ready to fight, when you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Funniest thing in the world is watching you get up after you make a point. Hashtag get them, Biz. Hit the bell. Got to be match fit. Good point, BK. Good point. We'll talk about it. You can see it in their eyes. I've seen it in my eyes. You know, Archie Moore's kids, beautiful. We're not sleeping on Plant. Plant is great. Plant, very good. One of the most skilled fighters in the world. I've said that already. Nobody's sleeping on Plant. I'm giving my argument on why Canelo beats him. Nobody sleep. If I think somebody beats another guy, it doesn't mean I'm sleeping on him. It doesn't. Pause. Please, please be a little bit, please relax. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I'm going to tell you, it happened to me. It happened to me. Let me give you two examples. I've given you one a long time ago, but I'm going to mention it again. I got into a fight, right? A guy tripped me. I dropped everything. I dropped everything I was holding. I don't know why that guy tripped me, but he actually thought I must look like a dork walking around. Beep, 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 beep. I haven't fought in a while. He tripped me. Okay. Thought it was funny. I knew I had to fight him. There was nothing else. I wasn't going to walk off like a gentleman. I knew I had to fight him. It took me a while because he had his lip balled up. He looked like he was going to kill me. He had his lip balled up. Like, come on. Like he was in a mental space that I wasn't. I was blinking and shit. I was blinking, a little nervous. I was trying to think of everything my brothers taught me. Right? I've had a couple fights before, and what I noticed was his stance, and when he swung overhand, and he hit me right here with this, and he hit me on top of my head, pow, and that gave me confidence. As soon as he hit me in the head, like pop, I'm like, oh, he don't know how to punch right. His face and him tripping me was enough posturing to have me thinking I wasn't in my bag. That would not have even made me second guess at all if I was in my bag. All he had to do was do this. And I was blinking and shit. I wasn't in my bag. Then he swung, hit me like like some kind of schoolgirl. Pop. I said, oh, I got this. Bam, boom, bam. But it wasn't until then, that moment of nervousness, I wasn't in my bag, bro. I just reported ShowBizz for encouraging nerds to drop Pokemon cards and start a real fight with bullies. My man. More you fight, easier to control adrenaline dump. Yeah. Boxers should be certified psychiatrists. They read body language and have a real clarity of intent. I love this sport 100%. People laughing. They get it. My man said, I totally get it. You get what I'm saying? He was just a hood dude. Your punching bag used to dread when made a point. Oh yeah. But now your chair loves it. Ha! I like moment to shine. My man. Hit the Tyson bell. Super sticker. Thank you so much, George. Urkel can fight, yo. I beat the hell out of him. Right? It didn't take much. I know how to punch right. He never dealt with anything like that before. But here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you another story. I was with my oldest brother. My middle brother. I was with my middle brother, ShowBizz the brother. I was engaged to be married. When I got engaged at like 19 years old. I was engaged to be married. I'm like 20 years old, something like that. And I go to the weight room with my brother. Been a while. Now I'm lifting with him. He's telling me to push. I put the weights down. I get up, start walking fast. I'll never forget, I look at him, and he's looking at me like he can't identify what he's looking at. Why? He's been raising me since I'm a little boy, since I was a baby. I never forget his face. He looked at me like he couldn't identify what the hell happened. I'm walking away, so he follows me into the bathroom. I'm throwing up. I start throwing up in the bathroom, puking out eggs and all kinds of stuff I had that morning. And my brother said, I'm sorry, but he said it out of emotions. He looked at me while I'm throwing up, and he said, "That's because you've been laying up with that chick too long." Community, in the middle of me throwing up, fingers in the back of my head. That's because you've been laying up with that chick too long. He was right. I started getting my ass back in the gym. That's the Black Two Sugars. Middle brother's a beast. He knows best. So, bruh, that's what I'm saying. Canelo Alvarez has been in his bag. That's the only reason I'm giving him the edge in this fight against Plant. I'm not bringing up skills. I'm not bringing up size. I'm not bringing up power. Caleb Plant can be a GOAT. That's how good he is. He can be a GOAT. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about this.